I think there's nothing more attractive to be in any, like when somebody expresses an interest or a passion for something.
And congratulations on History of Sound.
Thanks very much. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you, in the little heat wave in Los Angeles, but hanging.
Good. Hanging there.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, first, I would love to go to you, Paul, and I love that this love story is set around their mutual love of these sad ballads, which I also love. So
Same.
I wonder, would you talk a bit about kind of framing their attraction and love story around these epic, really poems?
It's like, I think there's nothing more attractive to be in any, like when somebody expresses an interest or a passion for something, it's the most attractive thing to witness somebody passionate about it. And when you share that passion, I think it's like the most exciting conversations come out of that. It's like it lights, I think it turns Lionel on so like creatively to see David and share this kind of thing that he feels is niche and only kind of belongs to him. He's like from Kentucky, comes to Maine, doesn't feel like he can necessarily connect to anybody on this. And then lo and behold, one night he's sitting in a bar and it's David playing this song. Like, if you put yourself in that position, it must have been the most exciting thing for him, you know, to hear this song through a bar and then see David and fall in love. I think it's about like to see somebody be passionate about something that you share an interest in is such a wild creative turn on, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. And Josh, would you talk a little bit about the fact that they fall in love? And something that I think is really refreshing in this film is that there, at least in the beginning, there's no meal made out of it. There's no discussion about what are we doing here. It's just they're in it. Would you talk about that kind of refreshing delivery of that story?
Yeah, well, I think it's that sort of, as Paul said, that the kind of conventional way of meeting someone is that they don't have that conventional start to a relationship. It's like a sort of, well, initially there's like a creative and intellectual attraction, and then obviously physical one and everything else. But I think what's so gorgeous about David and what I loved about him when I first read the short story and then read the script was that he's like, ultimately he's sort of curating this experience for them in a way that, you know, as obviously we later discover that it wasn't necessarily as he described, but, you know, he's doing it out of love, like pure love for Lionel and for their shared interests and their shared creative passion. You know, there's something, I don't know, that I think that was the thing that broke my heart the most in a weird way.
For sure.
Of like, he was creating this, this little world for them both to go and explore. And that's like,
it's such a
deeply
gift.
moving to me.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ultimately their love story is one of these ballads, which I think is so incredible. Yeah. Paul, you've been a part of queer love stories before. I mean, we both have. It's, especially in the States, a tough time to tell those stories.
Absolutely.
And it's really important. Would you talk about what it means to you to be a part of telling this beautiful, epic love story at a time when, you know, some of these stories are being erased, at least here?
No, I not to speak on behalf of us, but I feel it's definitely a great like responsibility and privilege to get to tell these stories, because it's so much hard, especially as you said, in this country, it's so much harder to get those stories made. The society is polarized to an extent that we haven't seen before, especially in the world that we operate in. But we've just come from Telluride Film Festival, and it's kind of remarkable. I was there with Andrew Scott, and the impact that these films, like All of Us Strangers and this film, it's like, it's such a remarkable privilege, A, to get to act in these stories, but also to be having the responsibility to tell these stories at the time that we're telling them. And it's not lost on us, and I feel very privileged to be kind of handed the keys to the car in this instance, because they're important stories to tell full stop, regardless of the sexualities of the characters. but
Yeah.
the context at the time is kind of
Yeah.
king at the moment. It's frightening, so it's kind of makes these stories all the more important.